Hello, 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 everyone. It's so nice to see you, and it's so nice to be seen. We're going to try this again. So, the last couple days have been a challenge for so many people, including me. I'm not going to lie to you, it's been a challenge for me also. I've been talking to a lot of friends of mine and a lot of people online, also in person, about just what the last couple days have been for them. And one of the things that keeps coming up is this idea of the impending doom. The doom. The impending doom. Now, on the other side of that, I have friends that don't necessarily think the way I did in this last election. And they're in this space of being criticized and ostracized and for what they believe. At the end of the day, peace can only be made by those who are peaceful. Now, I'm not saying that you're going to forget everything that you know. I'm not going to say that there's not going to be some upset. Um, but what I can say is that anything that we're thinking of is a future trip. Now, what does future trip mean? Future trip means having so much energy spent in the future that we're forgetting to live in the now. One of the things that's really helped me the last couple of days is that I've been in this amazing workshop. The Unleash You virtual event. The Unleash You crowd, if you guys, I'm wearing the t-shirt for God's sakes. If you guys don't know Michael Faber and the Unleash You people, go meet them. They're amazing. I'm also in a couple of another community, a couple other communities that are very supportive and loving and wonderful also, um, including the Energizers. If you guys don't know Spencer Jones, go meet his beautiful, beautiful hair, his beautiful self. And Katie, they are such amazing people. I got to talk to them yesterday also, which is great. But we spend so much time worrying about what's going to happen, what's going to happen, what's going to happen. And I'm not saying that we don't have a right or we should not fear or we should not fight. There shouldn't be concern. But at the end of the day, spending so much time invested in that concern and that fear is never going to help us. So, what can we do now? Well, for one, we can get together, talk to people, remind each other that we are loving and we are loved. We can stop playing them against us game that they want us to play. Because it's not. We are not enemies, you and I. I know that's hard to accept. I know sometimes it's hard to accept for me. But we are not enemies. We may not see eye to eye. May not be able to understand each other always. But we're not enemies. Take a deep breath with me. At the end of the day, we are all connected. I believe we're all one, but I won't even go all into that. We are connected. And the energy that you send out is going to be reflected back to you. And if you have this energy of anger and resentment and fear, what you will see is all the anger and the resentment and the fear. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying, I am not saying that there isn't things to be concerned about. And I'm not saying that your feelings aren't valid. But what else is there? Because at the end of the day, that fear and that anger and that resentment is only going to keep you in this lower vibration that's so easy to control. That's why they do it. How can you be more loving? Exactly. Faith over fear. How can you be loving today? How can you love yourself more? How can you bring yourself back to this present moment? And I've done a lot of breathing, and I've had to do a lot of, ooh, I felt my heartbeat going up, and I felt some things coming up. And again, I'm feeling these emotions too. This is not, I'm better than you by any means, or I'm not with you by any means. But the fear and the resentment and the anger and the us versus them is never going to move us forward. What will? Coming back to center, coming back to you, talking to people, not yelling at people. I caught myself the other day, my brother and I, one of the vehicles here doesn't work properly. We had to move it. And we were talking, and we it was funny. He was putting bumper stickers on my RV. I had to keep tearing them off. I had I had a sign in my window that he kept getting mad about. Kind of funny. Um, there were people that came to the door while I was taking care of my dad, and I was like, I just want to make sure that he knows this was not me. But you know, the playful and the fun and being able to disagree, and he said something to me, and I got my haunches up, right? And I remembered that's not going to help anything. And I took a breath, and I kind of laughed. And I said, I can't talk to you about this right now. And he said, that's fair, okay. Right now, it might not be time to talk to people about what's going on. Right now, it might be ways of finding common ground and common things that we love about each other. That's what's going to move things forward. We're going to find out why people didn't show up. And I have some ideas on that too. But you know what? I will let Kadada talk about that, not me. How can you be more loving to yourself and to those around you? Where can we find common ground that we can speak on and be civil about? And remind ourselves that we're not out to kill each other. Where do we need to take a step back and breathe? Both for ourselves and towards others. Where do we need to just show love? Like little freaks here. Those are the questions for today. How can we show more love? How can we be more united? How can we find common ground? Because it's not us against them. It's not. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you. Find your community. Find your support. Find your love. If you guys are struggling, please, 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 please reach out. Reach out to me. We'll talk. I'm here for you. We have the circle. We have the Dragonfly Center. We have things. We are creating safe spaces. I promise you, I'm working very hard on this. We have great communities. Find your tribe now. Find your support. Find those that are going to bring out the love in you instead of the hate. We're going to get through this. Right now it's all settling in, right? Find your center. Find more ways to love. That's my message for today, guys. Find more ways to love. How can you find more ways to love? How can I be more loving to myself and others in this moment? If you have ways that you're coping, let me know down below. If you disagree with me and want to tell me F off, let me know that down below too. I truly love each and every one of you out there. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I'll see you guys all very soon.
Everyone here at the True Awesome Network asks you to please subscribe, like, comment, and spread awesome.